video, we're going to take a look at open triads and how to use them. Jim Ferris here, sharing my love of fingerstyle guitar and helping you grow as a player. You may remember from past videos that we've looked at closed triads, and those are triads whose notes appear on adjacent strings. If you've missed those videos, I'll give you a quick recap of what triads are. If you take the first, third, and fifth notes from a scale, you end up with a triad. Then you can move those notes, lower them and raise them, the third and fifth, to create minor chords and diminished chords. And these little triads are really the core of bigger chords. Example, if we have a G triad here, if I add this note, it becomes a major seventh, or a dominant seventh, or a sixth. I can move, if we move the third down, we get a minor triad, or a minor seventh if we add the seventh. So you can see that they have an extremely high functionality, especially if you're playing instrumental music. So it's really worth your while to get them under your fingers. As we talked about in earlier videos, probably the best way to get them under your fingers is by playing harmonized scales. And you can certainly do the same thing with open triads as you do with closed triads. The big difference between an open triad and a closed triad is you'll take the second lowest note in the triad and raise it an octave higher. So if we use this D triad, closed voice triad, as an example, it's our D, F sharp, and A. We can take this F sharp and raise it an octave. So the same chord, just the notes are in a different order, and one of them is an octave higher. So the biggest reason to learn these, I think, is it will make a broader sound with which to support a melody note. For example, if I were to play something like that, my melody line is and you may recognize that. That's part of the melody of the Skyboat song, or the Highlander theme. So yeah, that's a big one reason to learn them, have them under your fingers. The other is they are the basis of bigger chords. For example, if I took this D triad, open triad, and move it down here, same notes, same everything, just a different string set. If I add one note here, which is a seventh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it is that easy. You just count up from the root. You end up with a major seventh, or a dominant seventh, or a sixth. So learning these core little chords is it's a pretty big deal. So I have a couple of suggestions for you on how to learn them. The easiest way to learn them, I think, any of this kind of stuff, is to play harmonized scales with them. And with harmonized scales, we've discussed in other videos, but you're following a pattern of major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished, octave higher. And you can do that up the neck like that, up and down the neck, or you can do it across the neck also. You might try like that. Or, I mean, you can start even lower. Let's say, I'm trying to keep it all in the same key. Like that, and that way you're going across all string sets. But I would really encourage you to practice them up and down the neck and across the neck and that sort of thing. I've prepared a PDF that shows all the first inversion, or all the root inversion chords. And then, of course, you can invert them just like you do with closed voice triads. If we have our D here, something I wanted to point out too, this stretch, if I've got on this string sets 6, 5, and 4, if I'm going to take a closed invoice, make a closed triad, make an open triad out of it. Of course, I'm going to move this note, which may be kind of a hard stretch. So on this string set, especially, I like to take this 5th and move it to the 5th string rather than be on the 4th string. A lot easier to reach, a lot more compact. And you can do the same thing across the fingerboard when you use the shape and other things. So the easiest way to teach yourself these other shapes and to really get them in your brain is do the string transference method that we've looked at in other videos, where you simply take a shape, move it to the next string set. So in this case, we'll go from 6, 5, 3 to 5, 4, 3, 2, okay? And move it down 5 frets. 1, 2, 4, 5 here. Here we're back at our D. And you've got to remember, anything that falls on the 2nd string, raise by 1 fret because of our quirky tuning on the guitar. Okay, then you can, of course, move it over again, and if you've got room toward the nut, you can move it down another 5 frets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you don't have that room, of course, you can move it up 7 frets, and that'll produce the same thing an octave higher. Sometimes on these lower ones you can't really go down. So I think that's pretty much covers open triads. They're helpful and something that you will really expand your playing if you're trying to get into playing more melodic, primarily instrumental stuff. Okay, so I'd love to know if the ideas I'm sharing are connecting with you. If they are, or if they're not, drop a comment in the comment section. If you think this adds a little value to your life, how about giving me a thumbs up and sharing and liking the video. You can also support me and my endeavors by checking out the links below to my Amazon store. It's all links of gear that I use, and next time you go shopping on Amazon, use one of those links, and I'll make a buck or two, and it won't cost you anymore. It'll help me keep the lights on. Okay? So I think that's it for this video. Thanks for hanging with me, and I'll see you in the next one.